No one can take away the fact that they are the number one educated group in the Americas. And they are the number one small business owners in the Americas. So you can say whatever you want. You know, they have an attitude. They're not submissive. It doesn't matter. Because they've accomplished something that no other group has accomplished. What they've done override all that negativity stuff.
It took me 3 years to learn this, but I'm going to teach you in 1 minute, okay? Number one, no response is the most powerful response. Number two, always control your emotions. 3, make yourself a priority. 4, move in silence. Okay? 5, never appear stressed. I don't care what's going on. Always remain calm. 6, don't show your weaknesses or people will use them against you, okay? And 7, don't overthink. I was really, really bad at this. I will overthink and analyze every situation, but don't overthink. Just always remember, if you can't control it, don't react to it.
Okay, so basically, yesterday or the day before, I did an Instagram questions thing, and one of the questions was about whether I thought that being successful has impacted my dating life. I feel like the kind of undertone was that it would be harder to date as a successful woman. So I've said I think it has, but not negatively. And people were messaging me and they were like, oh, what do you mean by not negatively? So, sorry, to give context, I am a lawyer, I'm an artist manager, I'm very vocal about stuff that I do now, even though I didn't used to be. And I guess in that sense, I'm visibly successful as opposed to someone who might be successful but doesn't say it or whatever. So I basically said back to the people that were asking, I was like, for me, I feel like number one, it naturally makes my standards a bit higher because you don't want to just date anybody and you kind of feel like you have more to lose. So you just naturally have higher standards in terms of the kind of people that you feel like you should let into your life, right? And the other thing, which is less in my control, I guess, but in a way, being successful, doing certain things with your life, being in certain spaces, it means that you're going to be around people who are kind of similar to you, so who you might not have had the chance, you know what I mean? People that you might not have otherwise been around. So that for me is my explanation as to why it's not necessarily a bad thing to date as a successful woman. It's not necessarily harder. It's just different. So after that, I was just chatting with people, and there was a girl I was talking to who I know, and she was saying that her dad basically told her something like not to be too successful because it would scare men away. And I've been told similar things, not necessarily as directly as that, but people have asked me if I'm conscious about the fact that men might be intimidated by me or, I guess kind of, put off by the fact that you're a successful woman. And it's made me think a lot. I understand that the dating pool as a successful woman, I guess especially as a successful black woman, is going to be smaller or maybe just different. I don't even know if I can describe it as smaller. It's just a different pool, because I understand that some men, not all men, want to feel like they kind of have something to offer a woman. It's not just about, material things. I know that. But if we're talking about dating a woman who has a certain level of success or, has certain things or does certain things, I do feel like some guys see it as a bit woo because they kind of want to come into a woman's life and, show her things, give her things, show her life that she might not have otherwise had, and kind of feel like they're providing something, right? A lot of men want to be providers. So when they see a woman who has all of these things already, or has already achieved certain things in their life, in their minds they might feel like they don't really have anything to offer her. And I've had guys kind of say similar things to me, so it's not like a completely like foreign concept to me. But I guess the whole thing about, dimming your shine, or not being too vocal about things, or like, the thought that you might like scare a man away because you are successful, or you like look like you've got a lot of money, or whatever it might be. I find it very hard to like process. In my mind, I'm not going to change unless it's something that's negative about me, in which case fine. I'm not going to change anything about myself so that somebody else who might come in will feel more comfortable.
A lot of people, they say black girls are not submissive. But when you're making your own money and you're the number one educated, you don't have to be submissive. You ain't gotta listen to nobody. Why? Because you don't need nobody. You paying your own bills. That's why.
Because it's like, okay, should I just stop doing things? Like, should I quit my job? Should I stop earning? Should I stop just so that someone can feel like, okay, I've got something to offer her, sort of thing. And I end up with this person who's comfortable that they can come into my life, and we're compatible because I don't look like I'm doing too much, and I'm not already like a made woman. If that's the aim, it's just, I don't see it as like a practical long-term thing. So I actually think that quite a lot of people that I've dated do kind of like the fact that the person that they're dating is like, switched on, got some stuff going on with herself. I know not everybody feels secure in that, and there's a whole bunch of guys who like have insecurities around that. But my thing is that if somebody would feel a way about a woman being successful or having certain things, that person is not for me. That's not my man. Like, that's not the kind of person I would want to go for anyway. And to be honest, like, even if I wasn't doing things or successful, I still wouldn't want to be with somebody who would feel a way about a woman having certain things or being successful, because if that happens for me down the line, what am I going to do now? Do you know what I mean? We're going to have problems because I'm doing things in my life. I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you girls think? 'Cause I feel like we are told this a lot, and it's like, what do you realistically want us to do about this? What's the solution here? I'm just interested to know what other people think about this. I've been babbling a bit, but you get the gist of what I'm saying. Okay, bye.
I'm just trying to be myself. I got everybody mad at me for it. I hate to be so hot. They give me
I think they see me, one, as a black woman. I think that the world sees me as a successful black woman. I think what comes along with being a successful black woman, sometimes there may be that, negative stigmas of how did you get there? Or are you angry? Do you have an attitude? Are you tough? And does tough, sometimes equate with bad? But I don't think so. And especially not in my case. But I think that, I'm a black woman, and I just feel like I'm just kind of thriving and kind of doing my thing, and I think that it's I don't know. I feel weird because I'm talking about myself, but I do feel like, that's what other people see.
Look, if you're a highly successful woman, there are two types of men that you should definitely stay away from at all costs. The first one is the man that is just as successful as you or is more successful than you, and he expects for you to be his sidekick. This type of man is going to remove you from your very successful business and be more likely to employ you in his business as a secretary. This type of man sees the value in you. He knows that you're smart. He knows that you're successful. He knows that you're a good problem solver, but he wants to transfer all of that success and all of that know-how and knowledge to his own business. However, he's not going to give you any credit or authority for having all those qualities at all. He's going to lean on you like a CEO, but he's going to treat you like a servant. Then after he gets through transferring everything that you had to his name, after he becomes a big success, he's going to treat you like you didn't exist. After all, he never asked you to do any of that in the first place. He just coerced you to. The second type of man is a man that's going to be less successful than you. He's not making as much money as you. He doesn't have the same drive as you. And he's going to spend all his time dragging you down to his level because he's jealous. These are the type of men that can only afford to pay the light bill. They have to reduce your standards. They have to tear down your self-esteem because, I mean, what else do they offer? They know at any moment you could leave them, and they want to prevent that. So the first thing they try to do is to chip away at your business, chip away at your success, and tear down your self-esteem. These type of men will also leave you very confused because with all the effort that they put in to tear you down, like a little fraction of that effort could be used to build them up to where they want to be. But they'd rather tear you down instead. So make sure you watch out for these two types of men, and don't say I didn't warn you first.